97.7 Storm Track weather with Chief Meteorologist Cameron Hopman.
Well, the remnants of Beryl finally making its way further off to the east, still generating the threat of potentially severe storms across parts of the eastern seaboard and the northeastern parts of the country. This is the fourth straight day of potentially severe weather, fifth straight if you count the landfall in South Texas just about 5 days ago from that once Category 5 hurricane, now a post-tropical depression, finally making its way back over the Atlantic over the next 12 to about 18 hours, and finally getting out of the United States. What we're dealing with here at home, low pressure system camped out over parts of Iowa, kind of churning there, bringing a couple isolated rain showers to the far western and southwestern reaches of the region over the last couple of hours. But for the most part, we've remained dry. We are still tracking a few of these light showers near Mauston at this time, but outside of that, quiet weather persisting. A lot of the green you're seeing on your screen right now, that radar interference. Still have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere despite things being so pleasant throughout the day today. Looking out East Washington Avenue in the Capitol building as of right now, it is quiet. It's pretty comfortable. 69 degrees. Winds have calmed down quite a bit, and your dew point values again right around that 60-degree mark. We saw that number peak up around 63 degrees at times earlier this afternoon, and it got a little bit muggy out there, but nothing too terrible. Temperatures area-wide in those upper 60s and low 70s right now. 72 degrees out in Monroe, 70 Janesville, 68 degrees in Watertown. We topped out in those low 80s earlier on today, but as you fast forward throughout the overnight hours, notice we level out in those mid-60s, so just a few more degrees cooler than where we currently stand. A lot of the cloud cover we're dealing with from that same low pressure system that I mentioned just a bit ago in Iowa right now will actually settle in over parts of central Illinois over the next about 24 hours. And as that occurs, we'll continue to see some cloud cover from that, especially overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. Partially cloudy to partially sunny skies across the region early tomorrow morning. 63 degrees around 6 a.m., 68 degrees by 8. It's going to be a pretty decent start to the day. Temperatures remaining fairly comfortable. You go from 8 o'clock at 68 degrees to about 75 by our lunch hour. Very nice. A lot of cloud cover sticking around, so if you're going to be out and about tomorrow morning, no need for the sunscreen, or at least that high SPF sunscreen. If you're going to be out tomorrow afternoon, early evening, bit of a different story because a lot of that cloud cover clears up. Notice temperatures gradually reaching back up into those low 80s. Latest model data into our weather center only showing a high temperature of about 80 degrees. I'm anticipating highs closer to 81 with that added sunshine later in the day. As far as rain chances go tomorrow, we are tracking maybe a few isolated rain showers, especially north and west of Madison. Outside of that, we should remain dry with a high temperature again around 81 degrees on Thursday. Our Friday, we're a little bit warmer, closer to about 84 degrees with scattered cloud cover. Slightly warmer weather on tap for our Friday. It's all thanks to the southeasterly winds making their way back into the region. Winds will be around 0 to 5 miles per hour on Friday, helping to propel temperatures not only higher, but pump more of that humidity into the atmosphere. And the same can be said for our Saturday, this time with a side of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, there is some data indicating that Saturday could bring about maybe some stronger thunderstorms to the region, but nothing quite like what we're expected to see on Sunday. So you can see our longer range model data showing scattered shower and thunderstorm activity for a large chunk of the state on Saturday. But we fast forward to Sunday evening. Look at this. Again, it doesn't look like much because it's that longer range model data. It doesn't necessarily give the detail we'd love to see, but you can kind of see this cluster of showers and storms settling in across the central part of the state by Sunday evening. That's going to start out in parts of northern and central Minnesota, pushing southeast into our region, and it could pack quite the punch. As a result, the Storm Prediction Center actually placing the majority of the state of Wisconsin under a threat for severe weather. That yellow, this is about 6 days out at this point. So this is beyond that 1 to 5 on the threat index. This is just the Storm Prediction Center saying, hey, there's a pretty decent chance. So about 15% chance of potentially severe storms. Most of the time, this turns into either a threat 1 or 2 on that threat index, that marginal or slight risk of severe weather down the road. So we'll obviously keep a very close eye. Sunday night, Monday morning could bring about that next threat. Potentially strong to severe storms. So we're going to watch that closely. By Monday, look at high temperatures, both Sunday and Monday, in fact. 90 on Sunday, feeling like 98 to 100 degrees. Monday, all the way back up to around 91 degrees. So if you've been wondering, well, where's the heat been? It's summer. It should be hot. Well, you're getting your wish. 90, 91, toasty to say the least. Now we will cool off. 88 next Tuesday. Cold front comes through, only reaching 77 by next Wednesday. So things are going to cool off again if you're not necessarily a fan of the heat.
We need to give away fans at
Yeah.
the booth at Art Fair.
Ooh, that's a good
That's a good idea.
Let's
Or
make
just
them in mass.
have one for me. Fan
Braden
myself.
has a
Yeah,
neck
Braden
fan.
and Cam, that's all.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
gonna make sure everyone knows you have a neck fan.
It's going to work.
He brings it to work sometimes.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Cam.